FC Tulsa have never beaten tonight's visitors in 13 attempts. They will, however, be buoyed by the fact that they've won their last 2 home games against San Antonio and the Miami FC, both by the scores of 2-1. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into One Oak Field. My name is Dave Saunders, joined by former professional Anna Berkel. And Anna, we've talked about the attacking play of late. It's been improved, but they're up against a very solid defensive unit tonight.
They are. Sac Republic only giving up 12 goals so far this season, and one of the strongest goalkeepers in the league, Dave, Danny Viatello. So that'll be a tough matchup tonight for FC Tulsa, but I think they have the players to do it.
Well, let's have a look at the goals of late and also the form of that man, Danny Viatello.
And FC Tulsa has really just been flying up top recently with a connection here between St. Clair and Philip Goodrum. And this is exactly what the home fans for FC Tulsa needed. They've had so many opportunities throughout the season, but seeing those goals really just firing up the home crowd. And then another outstanding assist from Philip Goodrum and Pacheco, who's had 3 goals recently, and then an unbelievable assist here. And Dave, Pacheco just continues to score.
He does. He's really hit form. He had to wait his chance, didn't he? But now he's the first on the 11. Here's his second goal against San Antonio.
And this is where FC Tulsa tonight will have to be able to find those pockets of space and connect as they've been recently, because with the goalkeeper, Danny Viatello, it's going to be extremely tough. He has 38 shutouts so far this season. He saved a penalty kick last week against the Oakland Roots. So he's experienced. He's arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the league. So FC Tulsa has to come out prepared tonight against him.
It's another glorious night here at One Oak Field. We can't wait for this one to begin. The improving FC Tulsa up against a class side in Sacramento Republic. Back with your first half call, your first half lineups right after this.
Summertime is back at Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, and we have the perfect getaway for you. Cool off in our spacious freeform pool, grab your favorite drink and chill at the poolside bar, or relax and unwind in a cozy private cabana. Just steps away are tempting restaurants, live entertainment, and a world-class casino gaming experience. At Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, your place to stay and relax.
The experience to adapt, learn, and grow defines Williams. We've delivered natural gas to power change for over a century. Now we're investing in next-gen technologies to move toward a low-carbon future. We can reduce emissions and meet rising energy demands, because experience powers us.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place delivering lasting pain relief. By Williams, we make clean energy happen. By Osage Casino, your place to play. And by OSU Medicine, FC Tulsa's official sports medicine partner. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to a beautiful evening here at One Oak Field. Let's get straight on with it and have a look at the home starting 11. And Anna Bergel alongside me. A couple of changes for FC Tulsa, and it's important to see that Sinclair comes in on the right.
Yeah, Sinclair with that all-important assist last game, so he'll slide into that right Dom over to the left, and then Philip Goodrum, we've talked about him a ton, as well as Pacheco. Those two have really brought the energy offensively. So FC Tulsa, Sanchez as well, sliding into that left forward position, but Peñarada in goalkeeper. They've had some rotation at goalkeeper, but he stepped in last game, did a great job, made a late save to keep FC Tulsa in a position to get those 3 points. So FC Tulsa, another strong lineup tonight, and they'll have to be at their best against Sac Republic.
And forming up in a 3-5-2. Let's have a look at Sacramento Republic, looking to bounce back from a home defeat to Oakland Roots. And we counted, Anna, no fewer than 4 changes to their starting 11. So a mix-up. We've already talked about Vitiello in goal, but Pirano, someone to look out for. They've got plenty of attacking players.
They do. And last game against Oakland Roots, Trevor Amon and Christian Pirano came on as substitutes, made an immediate difference, which I'd imagine plays a role in tonight's substitution. So Amon also on Team of the Week last week. So Sacramento Republic in a bit of a funk right now, but Coach Mark Briggs encouraged by their week at practice as they're ready for tonight's matchup.
Let's have a look at the injury report for both teams, brought to you by OSU Medicine. Arthur Rogers still out. Giancarlo Fio also out. Angel Bernal is out, and Michael Creek, the goalkeeper, also out. As for Sacramento Republic, 2 very experienced players out, Russell Cicerone and Rodrigo Lopez. To the here and now, FC Tulsa in those all pink shirts and shorts with their black socks up against the kit, which we'll tell you more about during the broadcast, worn by Sacramento Republic. Their white shirts with the red stripe. And we have a false start. I think Pacheco and Goodrum, who are in great scoring form, wanted to get a couple of yards start. And away we go this time. And there's a long ball from Bourgeois, which is going to go all the way over the white line. And here is Danny Vitiello. We've talked lots about him wearing all blue tonight. FC Tulsa are going to have to be at their best to beat this man in frame right now.
They are. I mean, you saw some of the highlights in the open of how effective he can be. Shot stopper. He saved a penalty kick last week as well, but he also just brings a ton of experience. So FC Tulsa, they've recently looked really encouraging and solid up front with creative runs, and Goodrum and Pacheco feeling better going forward, but they're going to have to be even more creative and be at their best and just clinical in front of goal. Those opportunities may not come as often in this game as they have the last few, so important when they're in those positions to take full advantage.
Harvey Sinclair with the throw-in. Goodrum heads it on. There's a bit of a slice clearance from Shane Wheat, who's back in the starting 11. And Milo Yosef has gone down holding his head. So it will be a restart of some kind. So FC Tulsa then lining up with Peñarada in goal. Owen Dom has gone to left back. Bradley Bourgeois and Alexis Sawahi. Welcome back to him and the captain tonight at centre backs. Harvey Sinclair on the right, and then Sebastian Sanchez and Edwin Lasso in the 2 sitting midfield players. And then left to right, the 3 is Diogo Pacheco, Stefan Stojanovic and Milo Yosef. And up front, Philip Goodrum. As for the visitors, Vitiello in goal, back 3 of Desmond, Donovan and Wheat, midfield 3 of Luis Felipe, Justin Portillo, Nick Ross. Out wide on the left is Damien Viada, out wide on the right Jack Gurr, and then Christian Pirano will be playing in behind Trevor Amon. There's Vitiello with the restart. Milo Yosef is okay. Vitiello just out of his area here. Right-footed ball long towards the Sacramento Republic left. It's headed in field, volleyed away by Bradley Bourgeois, brought down here by Shane Wheat. He goes out to Jack Gurr, who likes to hug that touchline out to the right-hand side. Wheat will try to find Gurr. Owen Dam is there. Here is Jack Gurr inside the box. Early chance. Ball is loose, and then Dam can get it away. And already as Donovan gets a header in here to Portillo. Portillo, Pirano, Gurr. Already on the front foot of Sacramento Republic. Chance, scuff shot, and Peñarada can get a good hands on the football, but very good play linking up, including Jack Gurr on the right-hand side.
It is Sac Republic really setting the tempo, and Jack Gurr out last game due to suspension, so they're more than pleased that he's back on the field and already making an immediate impact in the early goings.
Philip Goodrum heads on well, away by Connor Donovan. Now Harvey Sinclair. And there's a head injury. So let's have a look at the keys to the game while there's this injury.
I think FC Tulsa coming into this game wanted to just build on the momentum that they have, and part of that's just the competition aspect and making sure they're going in strong for every tackle, needing to keep possession, and then obviously when you have those quick restarts, wanting to make that initial contact, make that impact, and make sure you're switched on at all times. And head coach Mario Sanchez, leading up to this game, really encouraged with FC Tulsa's recent form and especially the camaraderie in the locker room, and feels like they're heading back in the right direction.
Shane Wheat heading back calmly to his goalkeeper. Vitiello rolling out here to Connor Donovan. Donovan right-footed, long ball. Owen Dharma is there. There's Jack Gurr heading in field. Bradley Bourgeois can't get the header in. Wheat across the middle here to Luis Felipe. He goes to Lee Desmond. Portillo, familiar to FC Tulsa fans, of course. And plenty of possession here for the away side, playing from left to right on your screens. And FC Tulsa will have to spend a lot of this game without the ball. Here's Nick Ross. Now he's giving it away. Can FC Tulsa keep the ball? Sebastian Sanchez wins the free kick, and it could be one of those nights, Anna, and many a game of football has been won with, with less possession, but certainly we could well see, we'll see the statistics at half-time, of course, but Sacramento Republic are very, very good on the ball, aren't they, in keeping the ball?
They are, and FC Tulsa, I'd imagine, will adjust a bit, maybe sit in, kind of let the game come to them, not completely change tactics, but they also, one of their strengths, they're able to press consistently, and when they go with numbers, they have the ability to create turnovers and build off of those. So I think that's something that FC Tulsa can take advantage of. Already almost did there, but committed a foul, but that's something that Mario Sanchez spoke on last game as well, that they can create a lot of opportunities off of the turnovers.
Demio Viada was the man fouled by Malu Yosef. That'll be a good match-up down the FC Tulsa right, Sacramento Republic left, and then look for the battle between Jack Gurr, wearing 2 on the right for Sacramento Republic, up against Owen Dharm, who significantly has gone to left back tonight. Patrick Segrist on the bench. Now the referee is blowing the whistle for something that's either been said or some pushing and shoving going on. So I think we've got some good battles down the flanks. We've also got some great battles in the middle of the park. When you look at, the likes of Portillo, Felipe and Ross up against Sebastian Sanchez and Edwin Lasso, that could well be where the game is won and lost. There's a look at the referee, John Matto, assisted tonight by Jay Norris and Justin Mack. The 4th official is Will Franklin.
Davey brought up, the battles on the flanks, and I think that it's really important to be mindful of when you want to kind of assert yourself when you have those individual battles on the wings. The earlier in the game where you're able to get in behind and just create a bit of distraction and force that opposing player to think about you a bit more, maybe withdraw a bit more than they would like to. So early in this game, it's so important for those wing backs and outside players to insert themselves and try to get forward.
Harvey Sinclair, who came on and made an immediate impact on Wednesday here in the 2-1 victory over Miami FC. Beautiful ball into Philip Goodrum. There's Desmond, the captain, Lee Desmond, playing in that solid back 3. Playing the 8th minute here, 0-0. It's a very fluid formation as well. You could call it a 4-2-3-1 for FC Tulsa. You can also call it a 4-4-2, can't you? Because Pacheco has gone to that left-hand side of midfield as well. He's got to defend against Jack Gurr now. You watch Jack Gurr as well. If the ball's on the left-hand side, he still stays out very wide on the right. It's very, very difficult to pick him up.
It is hard to defend, and I think, you know, on the opposing side as well with Sac Republic, they typically have 3-3-2, but then they have those wing backs that get forward, and both tactically is very fluid, so head always has to be on a swivel.
Here's Pacheco. He would try one, and it's wide of the target. He holds his hand up to Philip Goodrum. And Pacheco is in form. There's coach Mario Sanchez in his first season for FC Tulsa. Been easy with injuries. Just rotating the squad, but he must be delighted that Pacheco's hit this form and that he can pen him in on the team sheet.
Yeah, and I think, you know, as Mario Sanchez has gotten acclimated to the players and the players have gotten more acclimated to him, I think it's telling they've started to find a rhythm. He started to bring out the best in some of his players, as you mentioned. Pacheco and Philip Goodrum as well can be so threatening and had kind of been in a bit of a drought and had had more recent success.
Gurr through, shot, save. Jack Gurr with a very good ball through to Nick Ross, and now Pirana's won it back again. A couple of step overs. Darm sticking to his task. His Wheat back to Pirana. Pirana, the former San Antonio man, clips a left-footed ball into the box as a header towards goal, but it's going to end up on top of the goal. And already Peñarada's had to make a couple of good saves with this very attacking Sacramento Republic side.
I think something that's noticeable to me here too, when you watch Sacramento Republic drive at the back line, they do it with pace. Their runs are with pace, they dribble with speed, and so it's forcing FC Tulsa to defend, make quicker decisions than they might have been used to. So it's important for them. They've absorbed the pressure so far, but it's something that they'll have to be mindful of with the pace that Sac Republic is playing with right now.
Donovan gets a header in the midfield. It's going to be picked up by Justin Portillo. Portillo wearing 43 in the centre circle. Out to Pirana, who's got a pretty free role. Shane Wheat. Pirana again, he must be up there with the most touches of the football in this game so far. And we're in the 11th minute. Viada. They play with two high wing backs, ball into the box, volleyed away by Alexis Sawahi. Donovan heads back in field. Now Philip Goodrum has the ball. Stojanovic is free on the right if he can find him. Pacheco on the left. He finds Milo Joseph here. Joseph inside the box, tries to back heel it, and Harvey Sinclair wants the throw in, and it came off Harvey Sinclair. And Milo Joseph there, possibly if he had that one back again, Anna, might have had a shot, but he tried to just back heel it and or step on the ball and roll it back for Harvey Sinclair.
Yeah, the build-up from FC Tulsa better, and the run from Stojanovic inside created that space for Milo Joseph, so the more opportunities they have to do those crisscrossing runs and create that space in behind, but Joseph needed to do better there.
And that might be, you know, the pattern of the game tonight, that FC Tulsa may have to just hit Sac Republic on the break and give up the lion's share of possession. Here's Jack Gurr. Pirana returns to Gurr. Gurr from the byline gets the ball in, but it's a nice chest down from Harvey Sinclair to goalkeeper Johan Peñarada, who made his debut on Wednesday in the 2-1 home win over Miami, and at 2-1 very late on made a very fine save to preserve the points. Joey Roggeveen, the Dutchman, is the substitute goalie tonight for FC Tulsa. And that ball has gone all the way through keeper to keeper. It's a beautifully warm night. The temperature's been in the late 90s here in Tulsa all day. The sun has gone away from us now, which has made it slightly cooler, but talking to some of the players, they talked about the humidity tonight. Here's Desmond coming forward from his centre-back berth. Harvey Sinclair's down in the corner. Keeps it in, does he? No, he doesn't. So we're going to have our first corner of the match, the Katrina Freshmax corner, to be taken by former FC Tulsa man Justin Portillo. Let's a look at Nick Ross there, the number 19. There's Pacheco, the man in form, and former teammates with, of course, Justin Portillo, who's gone across to take this corner. And Portillo's produced 2 assists for FC Tulsa this season, remember, from corners. 1 for Lasso, 1 for Sawahi. Can he do the same for his team here in the 14th minute? Every FC Tulsa pink-shirted player back in the box. Here's Portillo's into the near post. Good header away from Sawahi. Sawahi again, he goes down holding his head. It's going to be another Katrina Freshmax corner. Sawahi is down. Referees are very quick to assist players with head injuries, of course. And some time just to be taken here for Sawahi, who's such a big physical presence, but a big player as well for FC Tulsa. Good to have him back in that central defence. Here's Portillo again, this time lower into the area, and it was Sawahi again who clears. Ball spins away here for Pacheco, and that one will go all the way through to the keeper, Peñarada. Yeah, big player, Alexei Sawahi. Good to have him back alongside Bradley Bouchard in the heart of the defence.
Yeah, it is, and he comes back on as a captain for FC Tulsa as well. Obviously, you mentioned the impact he has on the field, but also a really outstanding leader for this FC Tulsa team, and fortunate to have him back in the lineup.
Here is Sawahi, a man born in Bologna, France. Good turn from Goodrum. Sanchez to Dom. Dom to Lasso. Owen Dom again, who has been playing his trade at right back, but tonight has been preferred at left back. That one's a loose ball, but then having said that, Donovan gives it straight back. Now, Aman, 8 goals this season. Wearing 7 inside the area, up against Harvey Sinclair. Here's the ball to Perano, low shot from him, and a good save from the goalkeeper, Peñarada. Arguably could have been going wide, Anna, but as a goalkeeper you don't want to make any mistakes. We'll have a look on the replay.
Yeah, I would rather play it safe, and those two, Eamon and Perano, made an impact against Oakland Roots last game, already making an impact tonight. Eamon plays that ball back up to the top. Perano, I think it was going wide. But another corner kick opportunity upcoming for Sacramento, and FC Tulsa will have to be disciplined here defensively, as every player right now defending in the 18-yard box.
Third Katrina Freshmax corner of this half, all to Sacramento Republic. FC Tulsa having to soak up a lot of early pressure here, but it remains 0-0. Here's the ball in from the left foot. That's a great catch from the young goalkeeper, Peñarada. And he's really deserves his spot. I mean, he had a good game. And, you know, that's a great catch, and he'll feel much better with his first 10 minutes. Remember the other night, Anna, he had to pick the ball out of the net, having not touched it hardly at all. Viada, he goes down, foul. Free kick to Sacramento Republic, a team that FC Tulsa, as I said in the open, in 13 attempts, have never beaten, but 4 of the last 8 meetings have ended up as 1-1 draws.
Dave, you and I were talking ahead of tonight's match as well, how FC Tulsa, when they have these teams come in at very elite, top of the table, and you might say, you know, they don't concede a lot of goals and it's tough to score on. FC Tulsa, usually that doesn't bother them. They typically show up for these games and put on a really good performance. And so far, they have had to absorb a lot of pressure. They've had a few opportunities. But I'd imagine as the game continues to develop, FC Tulsa has typically put on a really, really good effort against these teams. And as evidenced, I mean, with 4 of the last ending in a tie against a team like Sacramento.
Wheatwin's a good header. The other reason for putting on a good performance, Anna, as you know, is the next home game not till July the 20th here at One Oak Field. So a big gap. Now Peñarado has got it out to Lasso. Lasso does well to turn away and then scoop the ball up and then slides in, trying to beat Portillo with a tackle. Here's Owen Dom, given away to Portillo again. Pirano's got Gurr outside. Gurr. Again, good ball into the box. It's slightly loose, and in the end, Sebastian Sanchez can right foot the ball away. Pirano and Gurr are a handful for any team.
They are, and I think especially when they've given the ball away, they're so quick to converge and win it back, and that's important for FC Tulsa tonight when they do have possession and there is a turnover, to just find feet, find that first pass, because Sacramento is so good at immediately swarming and trying to win that ball back, and those two have been extremely active so far, both offensively and defensively, in winning the ball back.
Now here's Goodrum. Suddenly it's 3 against 3. Goodrum might try. When he does, it's wide of Vitiello's goal. But FC Tulsa, as I said a few moments ago, that is the pattern of the game. You're going to see that on the break, and they look pretty dangerous on the break as well.
They do, and we've also seen FC Tulsa have some really outstanding breaking balls, diagonal balls played defensively. So whether it's up the middle, as you saw there with Goodrum driving centrally, or Owen Dom has the ability to play some diagonal balls. So FC Tulsa, even though they might not have as much possession in this game, they absolutely have the caliber of players on the break to make something happen, as long as they're efficient. Right now, sitting at about 30% possession in comparison to 70 for Sacramento Republic. But again, Dave, it's the efficiency. When they have those moments, they have to be clinical in front of goal.
As the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Delighted to say on our broadcast we have FC Tulsa goalkeeper Michael Creek. Michael, good evening to you, sir.
How's it going?
Doing well. Let's hear your thoughts against, FC Tulsa, up against a very good side in Sacramento Republic, but doing pretty well at 0-0.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've had a couple half chances, some shots from outside the 18, but I think we're definitely going into the game, and we're making it difficult for them. So that's all we can ask for from the boys.
Michael, talk about the impact it's been for you guys to play at home. Obviously, 2 big wins heading up tonight against a tough team, but you guys have really continued to build on that momentum. How's the chemistry been in the locker room and just the camaraderie leading up and being at home?
Yeah, 100%. I think being at home, it's one of those things where if you look in the league, for teams that are going to make the playoffs, they're going to pick up wins and pick up results at home. And I think getting 2 home wins in a row, it's been huge for us. And honestly, this league, the travel is probably some of the hardest part of the league. So just having a month where we're not really traveling as much, it's huge for the body, and just being able to sleep in your own bed is also huge for the mind too. So I think you can definitely see it from the guys, just the efforts that we've been able to put together the last 2 home games and being able to get results, which has been huge for us.
Connor Donovan swings it out to the left-hand side here to Lee Desmond. We're talking to FC Tulsa goalkeeper Michael Creek. Here's Justin Portillo. Pirano. Good twist and turn, but Pacheco stayed with him. Now out wide to Jack Gurr. Gurr continues the ball into the box there for Pirano. Clips the ball to the far post. Header over the top. And we can go back to Michael Creek. Michael, obviously specialist position. We all know goalkeepers, and obviously Joey Rogovin's joined the club, you joined the club, and now, Peñaranda's got the nod. He's done pretty well, hasn't he, Peñaranda?
Yeah, definitely. I think from the very beginning, since he's been here, he's had a great attitude. He's worked hard, and I think he's prepared like he's ready for the chance, and I think he's shown his quality when he has gotten the chance. So it's been awesome to see. He's been a huge addition to the GKU.
Owen Dom back to Bradley Bourgeois. Bourgeois looks up, plays it long, and that one's going to go away. And last question, Michael, before you go. I've been talking to Arthur Rogers on the broadcast, and a proud Englishman, of course, about the Euro, 2024. Obviously, there's lots of teams being represented with Pacheco for Portugal and so on. It must be a good lot of fun, and obviously now Copa America about to start. So first of all, spirit in the squad with that kind of fun, and also your thoughts on America for the Copa America.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great being able to come in from training, and everyone's given Arthur a bit of banter about England's result. Yeah, and so it's been great coming in the locker room and just cheering for individual teams. But yeah, I think the U.S. team, we've got a great squad, and honestly, this generation, this group that we have is probably the most talent that we've had in American soccer. So it's exciting to see, and definitely be following tomorrow versus Bolivia.
Yeah, Bolivia tomorrow. You're absolutely right. Michael Creek, thank you so much for joining us. We'll let you get back to watching. Hope to see you back in an FC Tulsa shirt very soon. Here's Goodrum on goal. Goodrum!
Let's go!
Flag is up. Philip Goodrum just offside. Vitiello will come out and place the ball. We'll get a little booze from the crowd. I tell you what, it was a close call. We haven't got VAR, but let's see if we can get a little replay on that one. Goodrum in the box. He's in good goal-scoring form and assisting form at the moment. It was a close call, Anna, but the assistant is right in line, and he put his flag up straight away.
FC Tulsa fans definitely thought that was in, but Philip Goodrum just continuing to be a threat for FC Tulsa.
Is Wheat, and that one's out for a goal kick. Goal kick for FC Tulsa. Here's Peñarada. Now let's have a look and see the decision for the offside and Philip Goodrum.
It happened very quickly. Really tough to see Pacheco with a decisive ball in behind Goodrum. Looked like in that moment, let's get another look here.
Now here's Stojanovic trying to get the other side of Connor Donovan, but Donovan does well, and Gurr will complete the clearance. And it's going to be a throw into Jack Gurr. Difficult to see from those two angles. The good thing for Philip Goodrum is that he got in between the two defenders.
Right, and that's something that they can build on, especially in the quick ball in behind. Goodrum just being in that pocket of space, understanding to read in between those lines, something that FC Tulsa can continue to build on here.
The shout of "let's go" was from Michael Creek, who we were talking to, FC Tulsa's goalkeeper. Now here's Stojanovic. Good spell for FC Tulsa. There's a ball to the back post, which we know Pacheco would like to get on, but he couldn't get that one. And Vitiello will not be beaten in this game. As yet, 0-0, looking for his 7th clean sheet of the season. Donovan swings it out to Lee Desmond. Desmond again receives it back from Luis Felipe. Raking ball here for Jack Gurr up against Owen Dom. Pirano. Portillo. The Arders come in from the left-hand side. Hammond keeps hold of the ball here. Sliding challenge coming in from Harvey Sinclair was a good clean challenge. Now Sawahi will have to hook the ball away to Edwin Lasso. Sinclair manages to get it to Pacheco. Pacheco to Goodrum. Goodrum. Ball to Owen Dam. He gives it away to Pirano, but then won back by Pacheco. But not fairly, says the referee. It's been a good spell, Anna, for FC Tulsa. We've said they've had to soak up the pressure, but when they've come forward, they've been making accurate passes and good use of the ball.
They have. They're doing well getting numbers into the attack as well, and I think that's important as we've seen them be more successful on the break. But even when they have those moments in the back where they're trying to regain possession and trying to calm things down, when they're at their best is when they play simple, not overplay, and when players make themselves available, make those runs off the ball, create that space. That's where they've had more success in building out of the back and getting forward.
Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa is your place for fun and entertainment after the match. Enjoy a world-class casino experience with high-stakes tables and over 1,600 electronic games. Just 4 miles from One Oak Field, Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa. And also I can tell you, coming up on Wednesday, June 26th, Birmingham Legion FC travels north to the Motor City to take on Detroit City FC in an Eastern Conference clash. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. That one to look forward to there. Let's have another look, Anna, at the Philip Goodrum offside decision. We'll see if we can get a better angle here. It's a close one, isn't it, Anna? I think probably looking at that, I would say that looked offside.
It was very, very tight, but assistant referee looked to be in line and confident in that decision, and maybe just the slightest step. But the positive thing from that play is we've talked about FC Tulsa finding more success, that quick pass. Those moments won't last very long, so better from FC Tulsa. Get your head up. Pacheco did a great job releasing that ball quickly off of the one-touch pass. So more of that from FC Tulsa, and they'll have better success going forward as we look to restart here.
And I know it doesn't count on the scoreboard, but Goodrum, number one, as I said a few months ago, will be pleased to have got him between the two defenders and a confident finish. It does do your confidence good, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, and especially coming off of his outstanding goal last week and just continuing to build on that. And he's one of those players that can be a catalyst up top. He brings energy and a spark, and so even though, again, that goal disallowed, FC Tulsa with a spark up top, and Goodrum is one of those players that just can really build that energy.
Pirano's got inside the box here, and it goes right across goal, and nobody could touch the ball home. Here's Harvey Sinclair, and he has to clear long here, looking for Stojanovic. Desmond is okay again and gets it back to Vitiello. Nobody could get the touch for Sacramento Republic FC, or they would have taken the lead. Alas, it stays 0-0, and we've crossed the half-hour mark. Amang, he goes down. Free kick. Referee's been right on top of it, Mr. Matto. Shane Wheat. Jared Timmer, by the way, is on the bench. If you're Sacramento Republic fans here tuning in, you'll know that Timmer has been a stalwart at the back, but he's on the bench tonight. One of 4 changes to the starting 11. Kieran Phillips has gone to the bench, as has Juan Herrera and Jonathan Ricketts. Of course, Jack Kerr served a suspension for his red card that he got against Monterey Bay in the 2-0 win. So he missed out last time on the 3-2 home defeat to Oakland Roots. And Mang, of course, got 2 of the goals, both goals for Sacramento Republic on that night, so he gets the nod leading the line tonight. Here's Nick Ross. Portillo. Ross again finding a pocket of space, wearing 19. Pirano, shoulder down into the box, hits Sawahi, and Pirano has won a throw-in. He's almost, to me, I mean, he's Argentinian as is Lionel Messi, and he's kind of Lionel Messi-like, isn't he? You know, not the tallest, but he's so tricky with the ball and just has it, you know, like a magnet on his feet, doesn't he, Pirano? He's such a good player.
Something I noticed as well, he keeps the ball so close, the touches are so small, which just gives him outstanding control when he's in those tight spaces. And really, when watching Sacramento Republic FC, when you have players like that, even in that last moment, they keep possession and not force anything, and it has the opportunity to sort of lull the opponent to sleep at times and have that chance to have a quick breaking ball. So fortunate for FC Tulsa, able to stay switched on there in that last attack, as both teams will take a hydration break, as it has been close to triple digits here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The humidity plays a factor, so it's important for them, and also a chance to reset and talk to their coaches as well.
Certainly are, and it's a chance for us to look at some interesting warm-up jerseys worn by FC Tulsa, Anna. And there's Pacheco, there's Sawahi.
And I think it's been really fun this season. FC Tulsa tries to have theme nights throughout the weeks and switch things up, and tonight being a Marvel superhero night, they really bought in. And I know the creative team and merchandise team always coming out with new and fun jerseys that the team can wear, and the pink as well, also the Redbud jerseys, which is the state tree as well. So it's really neat to see FC Tulsa trying to incorporate all of these things into their kits, and just another fun addition to the evening.
And some superheroes needed tonight, because they're up against a very good Sacramento Republic side. Anna, your assessment, as we see Coach Mario Sanchez there, who, you know, we talked about it already. I mean, the stats are in favor possession-wise for Sacramento Republic, but FC Tulsa have done pretty well so far.
They really have, and especially when Sacramento Republic FC, they've had 5 shots, 3 of those on goal, and FC Tulsa has weathered that storm. They've absorbed that pressure very well. You see Philip Goodrum right there, had a goal disallowed, but had opportunities going forward, and that's what's going to be the difference for FC Tulsa, being clinical in front of goal, because the chances won't come as often as they're used to seeing. But Sacramento Republic FC will make chances, and FC Tulsa cannot give them anything. And so it's important in this, as the closing minutes of this first half, and FC Tulsa just continuing to absorb that pressure, but on the break they can be so dangerous.
There's Stojanovic. 0-0, and it's a goal kick. The hydration break is over, and Peñarada can take this goal kick. 0-0, although Philip Goodrum has had the ball in the back of the net, but the assistant's flag was raised for an offside. Amo, under pressure from Lasso, gets it to Viada. Now Connor Donovan. And there's Jared Timmer, who's come on for the unfortunate injury to Lee Desmond. So it'll be a back three now of Wheat on the left, Connor Donovan in the middle, Jared Timmer, very experienced of course, wearing 5, did start the last game, on the right of the 3. Here is Shane Wheat, the ex-Pittsburgh Riverhounds man. Malo Yosef trying to win it back for FC Tulsa. Luis Felipe. There's Connor Donovan, who spent a season down the turnpike at OKC in 21-22. Pirano, just so good on the ball. And there's Owen Darm coming in with a challenge, and leaves Jack Gurr in a bit of a heap on the ground. It wasn't totally malicious. I think he just got the wrong side there, Owen Darm. Referee's going to talk to him. Gurr is okay, and I think it will be a talking to and no card. And a free kick. Justin Portillo to deliver this one. I think Owen Dunn will probably learn from that with Jack Gurr, you cannot dive in, you've just got to stand up. It's easy to say from up here, isn't it? But Gurr is such a good player. Portillo then, from just a yard inside the touchline, into the box to the far post, and a good header away by Philip Goodrum. And he got a bit of a bang in the back for his trouble. Goodrum good up front, but assisting with the defence, and it will be another Katrina Freshmax corner, the 4th of this half for Sacramento Republic FC. Here's Portillo, both arms aloft, ball into the danger area, header down. I think it was Shane Wheat that was up there, and he heads just wide, but it looked like a free header there, Alan.
Peñaranda fortunate there because he had come out in anticipation for that ball. Wheat's header not on frame. FC Tulsa able to hold strong there defensively.
And it remains 0-0. Donovan's underneath this one, wins that one, but heads it only to Milo Josef. Josef chipping the ball intelligently into the box. Gurr gets a header on. Here's Pacheco onto his right foot. Pacheco, good save, Vitiello. Pacheco is not afraid to have a shot. He's such confidence now, having got those 3 goals in the last 2 games.
I think it's important too for FC Tulsa to really challenge Vitiello, put those shots on frame, force him to make a save. And Pacheco, as you mentioned, Dave, playing with so much confidence now. That's FC Tulsa's first official shot on goal, and I'd imagine they'd want to continue to build on that and force Vitiello to make those saves.
There's a good save from Vitiello. There's Owen Dom on loan from Blue City. Can play it right back and left back. Here's Pacheco. Pacheco tries to go around Donovan. Gurr's there to complete the clearance. It's going to fall nicely for Lasso. Lasso on a little run here. Tries to thread it through, but Jared Timmer was there. Portillo gets it to Pirana. Pirana's deep in his own half here. Gets away from the challenge. Away by Timmer. And there's a header coming in from Harvey Sinclair. That's Scotsman on Scotsman there, and a yellow card for Harvey Sinclair. Nick Ross wearing 19. And there's Harvey Sinclair who goes into the book for the 3rd time this season.
Sinclair initially looked like he connected to the ball with his head, but I think the referee was signaling the elbow and the push in the back that came with it warranted the yellow card. The Sac Republic resets here.
Pirana twisting and turning as he does, wants to get a 1-2. He's inside the box here, dangerous, pulls it across, a little bit too much there, but Arman is there. Wheat, Portillo. Luis Felipe shares a pass or two with Ross. Connor Donovan back on halfway. Portillo raking ball to Jack Gurr, who always seems to be available. His ball into the box is a good one. The ball is loose. It's going to go way off Amang, and it will be a, well, I was going to say goal kick, and some of the FC Tulsa defenders are incensed. It's gone away for a corner. Oklahoma State University Medicine is FC Tulsa's official sports medicine partner. Sawahi couldn't believe that. It's going to be the 5th corner of the half, the Katrina Fresh Max corner. Again, Justin Portillo. This is becoming a habit from that left-hand side. Portillo will stride across and place the ball. Prado has gone short to get this one, but won't get it, I don't think. But it does take a defender out. Here's the ball to the far stick. And again, there's a header over. And okay, FC Tulsa aren't winning their headers, but they're certainly challenging and not letting free headers on goal.
That's half the battle sometimes. You don't want players to be able to go up and have a clean look at goal, and when you have numbers in the box and you're congesting things and trying to make it difficult, it's equally as important to just go right up with your player, try to get them off balance, and FC Tulsa has been able to do that in that header going up and over. And FC Tulsa has been able to manage a lot of these corner kicks pretty well so far.
Peñaranda then with the goal kick into the Sacramento half, headed on by Philip Goodrum. Timmer comes away with the ball, drives it forward. Sinclair gets a foot in. Now Gurr forward. Sinclair heads back towards halfway, only as far as Portillo. Portillo creates a bit of space and goes back to Connor Donovan. And now to Shane Wheat. And that one will be through for Sawahi, who can let the select ball go out. The official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest select products, specials and more. Select, the player's choice. 0-0 the score, 43 minutes gone. We've had the hydration break. There will be a few minutes to be added on. Now Pirano down that right-hand side. This time up against Bradley Bourgeois. Gets back to Gurr. Gurr, born in Newcastle in the northeast of England, to Ross. Ross into the box, and it's away by Milo Yosef, and it's going to be another Katrina Freshmax corner for the away side, who the corner count now up to 6, Anna Berkel. So again, FC Tulsa have to be at their best here.
Especially with some of the delivery that Justin Portillo has had, always dangerous, right on top of the area, forcing Peñaranda to make a decision. And so far, FC Tulsa defensively has had solid headers. They've challenged, made it difficult, but they'll have to do that consistently here as another chance. And Pacheco gets drawn out as well.
This time they do go short to Pirano. Pirano against Pacheco. Low ball into the box is volleyed over in the end by Jared Timmer. Who's come on as a first half substitute. I can tell you, Anna, that the possession, unsurprisingly, is 74-26 in favour of Sacramento Republic FC. That's not a surprise to read out that statistic, is it?
No, it's not. And with that comes 8 shots, 3 of those on goal. So FC Tulsa's defense has had their hands full all throughout the first half. To their credit, they've stayed strong. And they'll have to be a little bit more attacking minded, get those numbers going forward when they do have possession, be thoughtful with the ball.
Here's Sinclair. Sawahi will bring the ball away. Slightly late challenge, which the referee has actually, he's gone to the next challenge on Philip Goodrum. So we're going to see 6 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time here. 0-0 the score. Is there one of these sides that can break the deadlock before they go down to the locker rooms? Here's Bradley Bourgeois, Edwin Lasso, Harvey Sinclair, former Chelsea Academy product. Milo Yosef into Philip Goodrum. Portillo tidies up. And then Viada up the line, only as far as Sawahi. Nick Ross gets there ahead of Edwin Lasso. And then Sinclair can put the ball out.
It's a good example of just quickly attacking that ball, because Sacramento Republic FC is so quick. You can't wait for that ball to come to you. Have to go attack it. Gain possession dominantly is on the other end here.
Offside flag is up. FC Tulsa now with Owen Dom. Pacheco's made the run. Jack Gurr's back there with him. Lasso, left-footed raking ball, looking for Milo Yosef, who wins FC Tulsa's first corner. Did well there. Milo Yosef, good touch there to win the corner.
Initially didn't have much room to work with, but did a great job to get something out of what looked like not a very promising situation. And FC Tulsa now with some numbers in the box, fans behind the goal, trying to will this one into the back of the net.
First Katrina Freshmax corner for FC Tulsa. Milo Yosef with the new hairstyle. Right-footed into the box. A good header away from Aman. And the referee blows his whistle. I thought it was a foul, to be fair. Aman with a brave header away. There's Vitiello attending to his needs. Milo Yosef has put in some very decent corners. We saw one in the opening to our program for Pacheco, really where a man there headed it away, actually. Pacheco got there ahead of the San Antonio defence and nodded home, didn't he? So Milo Yosef puts in a good ball from that right-hand side.
Because FC Tulsa has been pretty efficient off of corner kicks and taking advantage of those opportunities. Credit the defense there for Sac Republic, and you're right to say a brave header and a strong one out at that to limit the goal-scoring opportunity for FC Tulsa late in this first half.
That was a good touch from Owen Dunn there, or Rana would have been away. Sinclair forward to the chest of Philip Goodrum, who goes down. Play on, says the referee. Here's Owen Dunn, though he's got Pacheco out wide, but he goes to the right here to Goodrum. Goodrum, clever chip from him to Pacheco. Back here to Stojanovic, didn't get what he wanted on that one. Clever play from the front three linking up there, Anna Bergholm.
It's the creative play for FC Tulsa that's going to be the difference maker, and a thoughtful, cheeky pass from Goodrum. Pacheco trying to bring that one down, and Stojanovic wants that one back. You saw based on his reaction there, doesn't connect with it the way he would have liked to, but better offensively from FC Tulsa in the final third.
Justin Portillo, Nick Ross, Pirano, Jack Gurr coming infield here, and then finds Nick Ross, but Owen Dunn is a good defender, and the ball will go away for a throw-in. Big night for Owen Dunn, because he's played, as we said, on the right. He's now playing on the left, and he's got his work cut out, not just against Jack Gurr, but Pirano as well.
He's made a good adjustment over to the left side, and something to be mindful of, that the movement that Sacramento Republic FC has, really important for players like Owen Dom to be mindful of those runs in behind, and so far he's been able to manage it pretty well.
Shane Wheat, strong run from him. Luis Felipe now, ball into the box, and there's a good catch from the goalkeeper, Peñaranda, who's kept goal pretty well in this half. And we've got a minute left before the half-time break. 0-0 the score. Underneath this, Connor Donovan, who has not lost a header yet in this game. Now Bradley Bouchoir has pulled back Pirano, and Bradley Bouchard would say, well, that was the only way that I could stop him. He was away, although Owen Dunn was covering. So Bradley Bouchard goes into the book for the third time this season. Easy one for the referee to give. And in fact, the referee says that will do it for the first half, and FC Tulsa, Anna, can hold their heads up high. We say it again, they've given up the lion's share of possession, but they pretty much knew that was going to happen. But really, they've restricted the efforts from Sacramento Republic to few and far, really, in that first half.
Had a good defensive performance, and they've had a few moments up top as well. The disallowed goal from Philip Goodrum. Stojanovic had an opportunity here late in the first half as well, so opportunities to build on. I'd imagine Mario Sanchez will have some praise defensively heading into halftime, but they want to get the 3 points. They want to win, so they'll have to be cognizant of that as they head into the second half. Find feet, find those passes, and try to get a bit more possession in the final third. They don't have to completely shift the possession percentages, but being efficient and getting numbers into the final third is going to be key here in the second half.
Certainly is. We're going to talk to that man there, Mario Sanchez, who's chatting away to Alexis Sawahi. So we'll just get the headphones on him, and he always likes to speak to us before he goes down to the locker room. Coach, thanks once again for joining us. We knew that the possession would probably be given up, to Sacramento Republic. They're a good side, but you must be delighted with your side's performance.
Well, I mean, it's working, but I mean, we're missing sitters. And it's so frustrating because we should, look, they've had a chance or two, but we've had 2 or 3 clear-cut chances, and we're not taking care of it. And then in transition, we keep giving the ball away. And so it's very frustrating because the plan we developed, in theory, is working, but we got to be way more clinical in front of the goal.
Coach, similar to the last game, you guys came out in the second half really strong. What's the difference here? Obviously a tough opponent, but you've had a solid defensive performance. You mentioned the opportunities. Similar to the last game, what needs to change here in the second half?
The mentality, going forward. The mentality I run is really good in the back, but my mentality going forward is going to be way better. We got to be more killer instinct. The game's there for us, but we got to be way more decisive in the final third, way more.
Coach, thanks as always for joining us. We'll let you get back to the locker room. Good luck in the second half. That's Coach Mario Sanchez there. Lots to get through in the Williams halftime show. We'll be back right after this break.
When I come home, it's like I feel like I'm in my dream home. I've been doing a little research on HELOCs, and I went to Oklahoma Central Credit Union. They were wonderful. We've added pretty much a new addition to our house. We didn't even have to pay the closing cost. They paid it for us. So I've been with Oklahoma Central for quite a while. I'm not going anywhere else.
What would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Tulsa Tech, powered by Oklahoma Career Tech.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford. When you buy a vehicle from us, your transaction doesn't end when you drive off the lot. That's because all vehicle purchases come backed by the Knight Advantage. This includes a lifetime powertrain warranty on all new vehicles, a 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty on all used vehicles, and a low price guarantee. These exclusive offers help make your car buying experience easier and more affordable. And that's why we're Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer, Bill Knight Ford, home of the Knight Advantage.
I couldn't lay down, I couldn't stand up.
My shoulder blade and the muscles between the shoulder blades.
Bent over, couldn't stand up straight.
The pain just got progressively worse. Turns out that I had scoliosis.
When I walked into Tulsa Spine and Rehab for the first time, I definitely felt very welcomed.
Dr. Riley, I just made an automatic connection.
He's going to take care of you and your needs and get you going.
I walked out of here and I didn't have a crick in my neck anymore.
There is truly here the desire to help people get better.
FC Tulsa have only had 30% of the possession, but alas, they have not conceded a goal to this high-flying Sacramento side. We'll be back with more with the Williams halftime show right after this. It's FC Tulsa 0, Sacramento Republic FC 0.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
The experience to adapt, learn, and grow defines Williams. We've delivered natural gas to power change for over a century. Now we're investing in next-gen technologies to move toward a low-carbon future. We can reduce emissions and meet rising energy demands because experience powers us.
Welcome back into One Oak Field, the Williams halftime show. As you can see, 0-0, but a pretty entertaining game. 70% of the possession has gone to Sacramento Republic FC. Let's have a look at the standings. And obviously, for different reasons, Sacramento Republic won all 3 points, but Anna Bergel, FC Tulsa there, trying to get in that top 8 to get a playoff place, could really do with the points tonight.
A lot left to play in this second half, but FC Tulsa, if the scoreline stays 0-0, they would move up to that number 9 spot. But FC Tulsa currently with 16 points, and we've talked about this all season, Dave, but not a lot of points really separating the top from the bottom as far as that middle of the pack. So a lot of points still there to be taken. A lot can change here in the back half of the season, but this Western Conference standings, that's what makes it so fun, game in, game out. Anything can happen. New Mexico United currently sitting at the top of the league with 25 points, but FC Tulsa with some work to do in the second half. Scoreline 0-0, but Sacramento Republic FC coming off of the loss as well to Oakland Roots SC last week, so they're looking to bounce back and get in the win column as well.
And FC Tulsa, we'll look at the schedule later, but they do play Colorado Springs Switchbacks next away from home, and they're in 5th. Here are some scores from around the leagues. Monterey Bay 2, Oakland Roots 1. I can tell you a man from each side was sent off there. Indy 11 have gone down. Had a fantastic time of late. They've lost by 1-0 to Orange County, and I can tell you it was 2-2 coming up to the 80th minute there. Miami FC against Loudoun, and it's still 0-0 very late on between North Carolina and Pittsburgh, and I can tell you that Rhode Island have actually added to their tally there, so they're now 3-0 up at Lou City, and after 26 minutes it's New Mexico United 0, Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC 0. Let's go on to the news and notes. And FC Naples unveil crest and brand identity ahead of the inaugural 2025 season. They'll play at Paradise Coast Sports Complex as League One returns to Florida for the first time since 2021. And Birmingham Legion FC celebrate Juneteenth with special kits that are being auctioned off to raise funds for the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute and 16th Street Baptist Church. And the USL and Univision announced a media partnership that will see up to 20 matches, including the USL Championship final, airing on Univision networks throughout the remainder of the 2024 season. That's your news and notes. We've got the first half highlights coming up right after this break.
Resource for luxury menswear for over 30 years. From sophisticated casual looks to timeless high-end pieces, we help hone your style with personalized recommendations and fits suited to you. Whether you're seeking pieces from a perfectly curated collection or freshening up for the season ahead, we have looks that take you from workday to weekend and everything in between. Pinpoint Resource, men's finest quality clothing, located in the Farm Shopping Center.
by your local Cox store and discover what Cox Mobile can do for you. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability. So wherever life takes you, you'll stay connected to what matters most. Switching to Cox Mobile is easy. And to make things even easier, we've extended our store hours for your convenience. We'll help you find a mobile plan and device that fits your lifestyle and your budget. Stop by a Cox store today.
Welcome back into One Oak Field. Let's roll the first half highlights with my colleague here, Anna Burkle. But we'll take, Williams, we make clean energy happen by Osage Casino Hotel, your place to play. And by Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. Apologies, got ahead of myself there. I want to see these first half highlights. Anna, let's roll those highlights now.
And FC Tulsa had to absorb a lot of pressure early on. Sac Republic FC really impressive in the attacking third. Their movement, their combination play, they played at a very high tempo, and Peñaranda had a lot to do in the first half, but they did pretty well. They defended these corners well. Peñaranda with some strong hands gave confidence to that back line throughout the first half, and they were able to weather these storms by some impressive play from Sac Republic's front line. And then FC Tulsa, they found some chances in the first half. This was their most promising. This goal from Philip Goodrum disallowed as there was an offside flag called. We got to see a couple replays of it, Dave. It was close. I think it was the right call. But FC Tulsa, they've had to have moments in transition. That's where they've been at their best. Another good opportunity here on frame, and they have to force Vitello to make these saves, and so that's where you heard Mario Sanchez coming into halftime. Their game plan is working. They've absorbed that pressure, but when they have these moments, have to be clinical in front of goal.
Let's have a look at the first half stats. And well, we've talked about the possession plenty, but you know, shots on target still only 3-2.
And again, FC Tulsa needing to be efficient in front of goal. Sacramento Republic FC, they've had the majority of the shots. FC Tulsa with half of their shots on target, and they might only get 1 or 2, maybe 3 more clear-cut chances in the second half. So extremely important when they're in front of goal to do that. We've talked about the caliber of Vitello in goal for Sacramento Republic FC. 38 shutouts so far on the season. He's going to be tough to beat. Sacramento Republic will continue to get opportunities. So FC Tulsa's defense needing to stay disciplined when they have their moments in the attack, have to be clinical.
We are just about set to get underway for the second half. It's delicately poised. It's 0-0. Let's have a quick look at the team of the week. And there's Lindo Nfeka from Oakland Roots, the man of the week, and also his coach, Gavin Clinton, was named the coach of the week, partly because they were able to beat Sacramento Republic on their own patch by 3 goals to 2. Congratulations to all of those players for making the team of the week, and Trevor Amang was on the bench as he scored a couple of goals for Sacramento Republic. There is Nick Ross, who used to play for Inverness Caledonian Thistle, which I think is one of the best names of a Scottish football club that I know, and he has played in the Scottish Premiership, and here he is against FC Tulsa trying to pull the strings in the midfield. Be interesting to have been a fly on the wall in both locker rooms to have heard what Mark Briggs would have said to his side, Sacramento Republic, and also Mario Sanchez. We got some kind of an idea of what he was going to say. Here's Piranha now into the box, shoots over the bar. He is a very dangerous customer, is Mr. Piranha.
He is. I'd imagine Mark Briggs at half. You know, Sacramento Republic FC unbeaten so far this season on the road, so they want to keep that streak alive. They're coming off of a tough loss at home against Oakland Roots. They were down at 1.3-0, came back with the amen goals, scored 2 goals. That game ended 3-2, so they're just wanting to come back and get back on the right track. They're in a good position in the Western Conference, but have had a few games where they haven't felt like they've played their best. So definitely some motivation is there for both teams. And then from an FC Tulsa perspective, I mean, you heard it from head coach Dave, you mentioned it, the game plan, they've been able to absorb that pressure, but disappointed with the lack of finishing and execution in the final third, so that will need to change.
It's a ball over the top there from Blaine Ferry, who's come on as a second half substitute for FC Tulsa. And it's Diogo Pacheco who has taken a break. So a bold move from Coach Mario Sanchez here. Blaine Ferrier is a very busy customer. It's his second season with FC Tulsa. Sinclair does well to go back here to his goalkeeper, Peñaranda. Peñaranda, of course, looking for his first clean sheet in an FC Tulsa shirt. Clears right-footed. Underneath this, Philip Goodrum. Malo Yosef. Sebastian Sanchez in the midfield. Malo Yosef now. Blaine Ferry. Bad first touch from him by his own standards. Here's Harvey Sinclair. Flicked on by Malo Yosef. Referee pointed one way inadvertently, and it will be a free kick to Sacramento Republic. There's Philip Goodrum, who thought he'd scored in the first half, but he was just a half a yard offside, looking to add to his tally of 3 goals. Connor Donovan at the heart of the defence. Now, there's a chance here as the tackle goes in, and there's a great save from Vitiello. Well, first of all, it was Sebastian Sanchez who was onto that, and then the final shot came from that man in frame, Stefan Stojanovic. Anna Bergel.
Some defensive chaos from a Sacramento perspective, and FC Tulsa appeared to have capitalized on it with a couple players in behind, but Vitiello, with the anticipation, comes out, and referee here has issued a yellow card.
Well, Philip Goodrum has gone into the book for the 4th time this season, and the referee would say it's for persistent fouling. He may have said something a little bit too much to the referee as well. We'll just see a replay of Stojanovic's last effort here.
We knew on turnovers FC Tulsa would be able to capitalize, in this one off of a mishap defensively. A lucky spin. Stojanovic needs to do better in those situations. 1v1, has to take advantage. Mario Sanchez's reaction on the bench, I can tell you he thought that would be the moment.
Well, I tell you, Vitiello got, you know, a little bit lucky, but then, you know, good goalkeepers make their own luck, don't they? The ball stuck with him, but Stojanovic, by his own standards, maybe, if he had that one back, maybe could have got a bit more height on the ball, maybe. Easy again for me to say from up here. Dave Saunders, Anna Bergel with you here on ESPN Plus, Cox Your View, and also locally here on Cox Channel 3, and we are welcoming you in, whoever you're supporting tonight, to this game in the USL Championship. You know there are neutrals who tune in, so FC Tulsa playing from left to right, and there's black socks, pink shirts and pink shorts up against Sacramento Republic, the visitors here from right to left on your screens, with their all-white kit and their red diagonal stripe across the front of it. More about their kit later on in this broadcast. Here's Vitiello, who will not be beaten, looking for his 7th clean sheet of the season. Throw in, Owen Dom. Two players go down. Referee said it's going to go in favour of FC Tulsa. Blaine Ferry brought down by Jared Timmer. FC Tulsa looking to follow up with those 2-2-1 wins against San Antonio and last Wednesday against Miami. Sacramento Republic, as the ball goes over the top here, and there's another offside flag against Philip Goodrum. Sacramento Republic, who lost that last game at home by 3-2. Before that, they were winning in Monterrey by 2-0. They've only lost twice. They are unbeaten away from home. They've only lost to Oakland at home and Tampa by 1-0 at home. Unbeaten away. Away wins at Miami, Colorado, Spring Switchbacks, Orange County, Monterey Bay. Of course, this season it finished 1-1. Patrick Segrist with the equaliser. FC Tulsa having to play most of that game with 10 men. Here's Milo Yosef. Ball to the far stick here. Can it be brought back? It was of a fashion after that game in Sacramento. Anna, Coach Mario Sanchez said, "I'm so proud of the entire team and staff. This was truly a test of our character, and we passed with flying colours." To play almost 75 minutes a man down and to get a result against one of the best teams in the league is a tremendous achievement. He clearly rates very highly Sacramento Republic FC.
We have to have respect to the opposition and what they've accomplished in FC Tulsa, understanding that coming in, but also not backing down. And you can tell is indicative by the first half performance defensively, and more recently trying to get into the attack. But Sacramento Republic FC dominant in possession, very organized as well. Their movement off the ball outstanding as they're looking to bounce back off of that loss.
Clever play. Lasso. Here's Stojanovic down that left-hand side. Needs some help. Nobody else in a pink shirt around him, and in the end he's forced out by two Sacramento Republic players. 53rd minute, as the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy. Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Ball has gone through. Peñarada is able to get that one away. Ferry with the throw-in. It's clever play from Philip Goodrum, but across comes Shane Wheat, and it came off Goodrum. Here's Portillo. Nick Ross. Ross, who played for El Paso Locomotive FC as well. Here's Jack Gurr. Ross to Gurr. Gurr's offside. Been a few offsides in this game. Remains 0-0. Does, in your opinion, Anna, the longer the game goes on at 0-0, does that suit the home side, soaking up the pressure?
I think from an FC Tulsa perspective it might, because it just takes one opportunity for them to put themselves in a position to win this game, and they haven't had as many chances going forward. So I think the longer that they can absorb that pressure, but again, it's tough because Sacramento Republic has continued to apply that, sending numbers going forward. I think if you're Mario Sanchez, you could feel the frustration at halftime. Feels like they've got to get on the scoreboard.
And there's Harvey Sinclair trying to put in Stojanovic. Stojanovic has kept that one into the byline, pulls it into the box, and it's volleyed away by Jared Timmer, who came on as a first half substitute for the unfortunate injury. And it will be a Katrina Freshmax corner for the home side FC Tulsa. And there's Stojanovic, who had the last effort, which Vitiello saved really well. So Sahawi's up from the back, so is Bradley Bourgeois. Here's Milo Yosef from the FC Tulsa left. Decent ball into the box needed. Good one into the box, header down. And it bounces into the grateful arms of Vitiello. And there's a player down in the box. I'm trying to see who that is. Another head injury, and I think it's Philip Goodrum, who just gives his all for this football club, doesn't he? He's always, off the ball, just really trying. That's sporting from Jack Gurr as well. Goodrum, who's got a yellow card. There's some of the fans enjoying it. It's a warm night here tonight, but they're sticking with it. Both teams playing the game in the right way. Mario Sanchez and the assistant there sharing a joke. Often a smile on Mario Sanchez's face. He's made a tremendous start to his career here at FC Tulsa, galvanizing everybody together from the front office to the playing staff in the community. Just a thoroughly nice man. We always enjoy talking to him, don't we, Anna?
Yeah, and it's great coming off at halftime as well. It gives us some insight into halftime and, you know, starting the season, trying to formulate a team, understanding how to put players in a position to be successful. He started to kind of find that rhythm as a couple of players down after a tough collision here. The athletic training staff from both teams will come on.
Yeah, it was a collision. Damir Viada is down and Milo Yosef, I think there was a clash of heads. It was just one of those things that happens in the game of football every now and again. But what I like, what's so refreshing about Mario Sanchez is he's not afraid to publicly say what he feels. And, you know, so many times coaches will hide it away. And you know, Mario Sanchez is one of those honest people. We know, Anna, he always talks to us before going down to the locker room at half-time. And you ask him how his team's playing and he gives you an honest opinion.
We've had the pleasure of interviewing some of the players as well throughout the season, and it's a testament to new coach coming in, trying to, you know, refresh things and trying to understand each other. And all of the players have immense respect for him and what he's trying to do for this program, and they've had some success these last couple of games, trying to continue to build on that. You mentioned his thoughts against the first outing against Sacramento Republic FC, so he's just trying to continue that momentum. And then Sacramento Republic FC has some really strong leadership in Mark Briggs as well, Dave. So two quality coaches on display here tonight.
Yeah, Mark Briggs, who is Republic FC's longest tenured coach and all-time winningest coach. He joined in 2019, a man originally from the Midlands in England. And he's got some wonderful players, but it's all very well having wonderful players. You need to put them together in a decent team, and he certainly has that. And he gave a very honest interview after they lost that home game by 3-2, and he said we've got to come back from it, and that's what we want to do, and go to FC Tulsa and win the game and take all the points away. At the moment, as you can see, 58 coming up 59 minutes gone, it's 0-0. And it's a pretty even game. I mean, we can go on about possession again if we want to, but when you just look at chances on goal, it's pretty even, isn't it?
In the second half, FC Tulsa has had a few golden moments that they haven't been able to capitalize on, but Sacramento Republic FC, to their credit, continues to bring a flurry of opportunities that FC Tulsa's absorbed very well. It's been an exciting first half into this second half. Both teams with a lot of energy, especially with the schedules in June, a lot of games being played at this point in the season. But it's been fun to watch, and it'll be interesting to see in these last 30 minutes or so who will come out on top, as both teams with a lot to play for. As we've mentioned, FC Tulsa wanting to take advantage of their games here at home with some tough road games ahead, and then Sacramento Republic FC wanting to get back in the win column and continue their efforts towards the top of the table as we get a restart here after the injuries.
Yeah, Sacramento Republic, 2 home games of them against Hartford Athletic next Saturday, and then Las Vegas Lights FC for them. FC Tulsa will go on the road to Colorado Springs Switchbacks and Monterey Bay. They do have a bye week next week, FC Tulsa, so a chance to just rest up before they go. Poor old Milo Yosef had a head injury, recovered from it, and now he's down in the middle of the park. There's a good ball, and there's a header. Is it going to go over Vitiello? No, it's not. It was a really nice header. Good delivery in from Harvey Sinclair, similar to what we saw on Wednesday. Stojanovic with the looping header.
And that's what St. Clair can bring. He's really accurate, the precision on his delivery, and Stojanovic did all the right things, but just a bit too far up, and Vitiello able to bring that one in easily. But better again from FC Tulsa. You can tell they're starting to play with more confidence going forward, as Sacramento Republic FC here being patient, trying to find some space.
Portillo to Jared Timmer, forward to Ross. Ross was caught late by Bradley Bouchoir. There aren't many times that Lou City concede 4 goals at home, but they are currently at the very end of that game losing to Rhode Island by 4-1. Referee is giving a free kick, and I think he produced a yellow card there for Bradley Bourgeois. The Pele yellow card for Bradley Bourgeois. There he is, the captain. Strong challenge there from Harvey Sinclair on Amang, liked by the home crowd. Blaine Ferry has won it back for FC Tulsa. Sliding challenge from Wheat to win the ball over Stojanovic. Philip Goodrum runs into a challenge. Play on, says the referee. Here's a good drop of the shoulder from Blaine Ferry. Chipped through. Vitiello comes out and the ball just bounces nicely for him so he can take it inside the area.
You've seen there on the second ball, FC Tulsa trying to pounce on it, trying to get numbers going forward, and those might be the moments as well. Mario Sanchez alluded to that. In turnover, FC Tulsa can be very dangerous, but those second balls as well, who gets there first, that was part of the game plan coming in as well. They knew that Sacramento Republic FC would be quick to recover, so making sure that you're first to that ball is so important, and FC Tulsa trying to take advantage there, but Sac Republic does well defensively.
FC Tulsa's bench: Camilio Ponce, Babacar Diallo, Patrick Segrist, Aaron Kashanari, Rashid Tete, and the goalkeeper Joey Rogovine. So a pretty inexperienced bench. Here's Owen Darm. Portillo tidies up for his team. On the ball again now, Justin Portillo. To the left-hand side to bring in Damien Viada. Viada has to go back here to Shane Wheat. Wheat will go long to the right-hand side, bring in Jack Gurr. Timmer. Christian Pirano, who is a dangerous customer, but they seem to have got the shackles on him a little bit more to FC Tulsa in the second half, Anna. Not so much space for him and Gurr to play in.
It's been a good adjustment in the first half. Those two had so much space. Their movement off the ball was excellent, but FC Tulsa seems to have adjusted well, and important to just stand those players up, force them to turn around and go backwards, not dive in, and FC Tulsa defenders have done a much better job here in the second half.
Jack Gurr just needs a ball to play with. There it is. He can take the throw in now. Just crept inside the FC Tulsa half. Shane Wheat in a lot of space. Crosses the halfway line. Luis Felipe finds Jack Gurr. Jack Gurr, left-footed curling ball. And from an FC Tulsa point of view, that's a good sign that, you know, that ball was delivered maybe in desperation over there, as FC Tulsa make a couple of substitutions here, and Patrick Segrist is going to come on. Milo Yosef, who did get a bang to the head, is going to come off. And you just wonder whether Harvey Sinclair, or is it indeed Blaine Ferry, might come to the right. And also Babacar Diallo, who didn't start this game. There he is, coming in to the fray. Will come into the central midfield. Blaine Ferry it is who will go to the right. Diallo there shaking hands with former teammate, of course, Justin Portillo. There is Babacar Diallo, there is Segrist. Segrist has gone on to a more attacking role. He's more of really a left back, but he's playing left hand side of midfield. Here's Diallo. Ferry. Good ball through here. Now, can it be kept in? Yes, it can. Harvey Sinclair here. Decent ball needed to the back post. Segrist is there. So's Goodrum. And Goodrum has headed it out for a goal kick. Now a couple of substitutions for Sacramento Republic. A couple of changes then. Mang is coming off for Sacramento Republic. Bill Knight Ford is a proud sponsor of FC Tulsa. Bill Knight Ford is Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 15 years running. Stop by today and get your hands on your new Ford today. Bill Knight, home of the Knight Advantage. Juan Herrera has come on, wearing 9, and also the Englishman Kieran Phillips. Referee right in there saying that Diallo was overzealous in the challenge on Jack Gurr. Phillips, tall man from Huddersfield there in the north of England, played for his hometown club. Three league goals, although he did get some in the Open Cup as well. So still pretty attacking for Mark Briggs's men. Timmer trying to thread it through. Segrist missed it, but Bradley Bourgeois there to sweep up to the chest of Lasso. Lasso to Diallo, Babacar Diallo, down the line, nobody there. It goes through to Vitiello. We hope you're enjoying this one on the ESPN Plus, Cox Your View and Cox Channel 3. Dave Saunders in the chair alongside Anna Berghol on Marvel Superhero Night. See if we can pick up some shots in the next hydration break of the fans wearing those jerseys, or certainly we can tell you about the training jerseys that FC Tulsa wore. Gurr takes the throw in, bangs it forward with his left foot. Bourgeois there to win the header. Segrist infield gives it away to Portillo. Nick Ross. Gurr will try to change from right to left. It's a long ball, and he does bring in Viada. Portillo. Left-footed ball from Portillo is easy for the goalkeeper.
FC Tulsa has done a good job tracking those runners in the box. You've seen some delivery from Sac Republic FC from farther out or in and around the 18-yard box. In the first half, they had some success with quick combination play through the middle. FC Tulsa has been able to do a better job keeping it congested, staying on their runners, as now trying to get a hold of the ball, but Sac Republic able to win it back quickly.
Gurr again with a tremendous ball, picking out Damien Vieira. Vieira now onto his left foot, and he's driven that one way over. But what balls from Jack Gurr to sweep the full width of the field.
Really pinpoint precision as well, and then equally the first touches from Vieira have been excellent. Just needing the delivery to follow suit.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Referee wanted the ball placed inside the 6-yard box by the young goalkeeper. Playing the 71st minute. 19 minutes for either side to break the deadlock. That one comes off Philip Goodrum. Throw in, Jack Gurr. Jared Timmer goes back to goalkeeper Vitiello, who's proven difficult to beat tonight. FC Tulsa did beat him in the first half, but Philip Goodrum was a yard or so offside. Babacar Diallo. Sliding challenge coming in. Tune in to ESPN2 on Friday, July 5th for a USL Championship showdown between Eastern Conference rivals Charleston Battery and Birmingham Legion FC at 7 p.m. Eastern. So Friday, July the 5th. Wheat to Portilla. Nick Ross. Pirano runs into a little bit of traffic, and Blaine Ferry can pick it up for the pink-shirted FC Tulsa. Wonderful turn from Owen Dahm. Now, Siegrist with Gurr for company. Siegrist clips the ball to the far stick to Blaine Ferry. Ferry inside the box, twisting and turning. What can he do with it? He'll play it back here. Momentum slightly lost as Lasso finds Dahm. Now Siegrist. Siegrist has overhit that one, and disappointingly that one will run away for a goal kick.
The pass backwards from FC Tulsa really deflating that attack. Owen Dahm in the midfield did a great job initially to spring the outside back Siegrist wide, but then the energy sort of died. FC Tulsa needing to keep numbers going forward, keep that energy in the attack for Sacramento to force them to make a decision defensively.
Portillo spreads the ball wide to Jared Timmer, excuse me. And now Shane Wheat. Up to the second half substitute, Juan Herrera. Here's Christian Pirano coming in field, but stolen away. One back by Kieran Phillips and then out. Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa is your place for fun and entertainment after the match. Enjoy a world-class casino experience with high-stakes tables and over 1,600 electronic games. Just 4 miles from One Oak Field, Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa. As you can see, Haraji is coming on for Viada. And also Eder Sanchez is coming on to the field for Christian Pirano, who's performed extremely well tonight. So 4 substitutes being made, 5 including the enforced one in the first half. There's the ball flicked on by Philip Goodrum. Lasso tidies up for his side. Dunn was caught late there, and the referee will produce another Pella yellow card. This one is for Juan Herrera. And Owen Dahm will need to be treated here. Coach Mario Sanchez having a word with the referee who's over there with him. And I think we're going to have the hydration break. And we've talked about, you know, the FC Tulsa warm-up shirts. I wonder if we can pick up... we'll have a look at a few things now in this hydration break. There's the FC Tulsa players getting together, and you know, Anna, again we say it's been a pretty close fought game, and it could be one bit of brilliance or a bit of luck that wins this game of football now.
It can, and you know, in some cases you talked about making your own luck, but both teams just needing to take advantage of their next opportunity. I mean, we've seen FC Tulsa, Stojanovic had an opportunity 1v1. Vitiello did a great job to limit that chance. And then on the other end, Sacramento Republic FC's had their fair share of chances as well. They've been limited. The crosses have been more from outside the 18-yard box. The defense for FC Tulsa has done a much better job making that congested and really limiting Jack Gurr and Pereira as well. As we get a look at some of the jerseys that have been really fun throughout the USL Championship. You get a look there at the training jersey, the Marvel superhero jersey sold tonight as FC Tulsa has their theme night. And then on the other end, Sacramento Republic FC for their alternate kit. They've had some really neat additions to that, meaningful as well, as you get a look at the FC Tulsa fans. They've had a great showing despite the heat and humidity this evening. They've come out in full force. They've had some good performances to cheer on their home team as these last 2 games, winning 2-1, an exciting matchup against Miami last time out. FC Tulsa down initially, coming back, scoring 2 goals to ultimately go on and win that game. But tonight, trying to find 3 points here against Sacramento Republic, and about 15 minutes or so left to do it.
Ball headed away. Free kick in the middle of the park. Portillo. Portillo is going back here to Connor Donovan. Connor Donovan now in some space, throws it forward to Justin Portillo. Now inadvertently trodden on the ball. Oscarani gets a little bit lucky there. Excuse that was Timmer. Here's Nick Ross deep in his own half. 0-0 the score. 78th minute. Bouchois with the challenge. Kieran Phillips running down the right hand side, pushes into Owen Dom. There is Kieran Phillips, who I had the pleasure of talking to before the game. It had loan spells with my beloved Exeter City and also Walsall and Shrewsbury from Huddersfield, and was asking him, you know, what it was like, and he said, well, Tulsa's very humid, isn't it? He said, you know, I'm okay with the heat in Sacramento. This is very humid, but much different from, I can tell you, Huddersfield in Northern England. But he's done well. He's very popular at the club and a thoroughly nice young man. Challenges all over the field. Referee deeming that one to be unfair. 79th minute, 0-0 between these two. They drew 1-1 in Sacramento. Both sides very solid in defence, not giving anything up. High line from FC Tulsa right now. Donovan has to go down back to Danny Vitiello. Donovan again now with the ball. No pressure from FC Tulsa, who are sitting off as much as they can. Ross gets it forward. Here's Siegrist. Siegrist to Lasso. And now Bradley Bouchois. Blaine Ferry comes in from the right-hand side. Ferry does well to get it back to Owen Dom. Owen Dom's had another solid game. Anna, you can play clearly at left back or right back. There's Harvey Sinclair. Good possession from FC Tulsa. Still very deep in their own half. Bouchois goes wide here to Owen Dom. Dom, who made the team of the week a couple of weeks ago now with Diogo Pacheco. Here's the ball into the box. There's a good header away, only as far as Dom, who goes back again to Bradley Bouchois. Good spell from FC Tulsa. They're keeping the ball. Siegrist. Alexis Sawahi. Goodrum dropped deep. Bouchois out wide to Owen Dom. Stretching Sacramento Republic, who are making it difficult for FC Tulsa to move forward. Across the 80th minute mark, there's Bouchois, raking ball from him to Harvey Sinclair. First time ball infield here to Ferry. Crowder trying to start a Mexican wave here. Here's Sawahi. Lasso plays it out to Dom. Bouchois. Sacramento Republic very patiently waiting off the ball. Gurr steps in, only volleys it back here to Alexis Sawahi.
This is where, from an FC Tulsa perspective, when you have spells of possession like this deep in your own half, you have runners going forward, but you're needing runners to check in, or it might be a defender driving centrally, something to change the status quo, because Sacramento Republic FC, very organized defensively. They're in the lanes. They're not giving FC Tulsa anything easy.
Now here's Philip Goodrum with a real chance, and he's blasted it over. It was a wonderful knockdown. Vitiello has claimed the save. Goodrum struck it first time, and that is a fine save from this wonderful goalkeeper.
Exactly what we were mentioning, the clever flick on in behind, and Philip Goodrum running on goal. Good things typically happen. The direct ball in, thoughtful header in behind. Goodrum had to go with the one-time shot, got a hold of it, and just enough from Vitielli to punch that one up over. A really solid chance from FC Tulsa as Ponce enters for FC Tulsa. Stojanovic drops to the bench here as a corner kick upcoming for FC Tulsa.
Yeah, Katrina Freshmack's corner. Lots of players in and around the penalty spot. Here's the ball into the box, and there's a good header away before it fell to an FC Tulsa player. Segrist heads it back towards the 18-yard line. Here's Segrist again with an outrageous volley effort. Here's Babacar Diallo, who's won it off Kieran Phillips. Diallo, good ball into the box, but I say good ball, it's too close to the goalkeeper, and Vitiello can catch and just take some time out of the game, and we're in the 83rd minute. Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. Is there to be a winner? Here's Wheat. Now it's Sacramento Republic's turn to build patiently. Portillo's overhit that one. The USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Harvey Sinclair is needing some treatment. So another break in play here, which I don't think either side will mind too much. And you just wonder now, 6 minutes, if you're Mark Briggs or Mario Sanchez, are you saying to your team, okay, it's been a long night, it's been like a chess match, let's take the point, or do you really go for it?
I think we've seen both teams show signs of wanting to get those 3 points. FC Tulsa in these last few moments has had better spells of possession. They've calmed down. They've waited for those lanes to open up. Goodrum had a great opportunity as of late, but Vitiello, we knew coming into this match, he'd be very, very tough to beat. Sacramento Republic FC has been denied a bit more in the second half. FC Tulsa's defense has done a better job limiting those balls, especially in the center of the field. The combination play hasn't been there as much, but we know the caliber of players that they have the ability to score, and especially in their last game out, they even scored 2 quick goals, so they have the ability to turn this game on its head. But both teams, really, it's just been an outstanding matchup. You described it perfectly. It's been a chess match. We knew coming in that FC Tulsa would give up a bit of possession. That's Sac Republic's strength. FC Tulsa's strengths more on the counter. They've had a good defensive performance and some players rotating through for these final 5 minutes. But I think both teams will get 1 or 2 more clear-cut chances, and it's really who's going to take ownership and accountability for their team and put it away.
We caught sight there of the 4th official, Will Franklin, who's trying to introduce Aaron Casinari for FC Tulsa. Casinari's only had 35 minutes total in the whole season, and he might well be coming on for that man there, Harvey Sinclair, who's up on his feet. The referee's saying that he's going to have to walk most of the perimeter around the field. Poor old Harvey Sinclair, and Casinari will come in and no doubt be a straight swap for him. There's Harvey Sinclair, who had a good game tonight. He had a good assist on Wednesday. He's a good player, isn't he?
He is. We've seen instances of the delivery that he can bring. He's had some really great opportunities on the wing, so hopefully nothing too serious there from an injury perspective, and FC Tulsa trying to bring some fresh legs in here. Defensively important too. We've talked about both teams wanting to go for the 3 points, but absolutely do not want to give anything up defensively. Don't want to make mistakes, want to be very simple, clean, and make sure you're not giving the other team a clear-cut opportunity without them earning it.
Well, it's interesting to show the versatility of this team. I'll come back to that in a minute as Boubacar Diallo has won that one, but Blaine Ferry's gone to right back. Segras now to left back. Ponce's wide on the right. Casanori's gone kind of into the middle with Diallo and Lasso. So it's a pretty attacking lineup from FC Tulsa. 3 players surrounding one Sacramento Republic player. And that will be a Sacramento Republic throw-in. To be taken by Jack Gurr. I think there's going to be a lot of stoppage time on the end of this one as Bradley Bourgeois heads away. Shane Wheat coming up from that back 3. Adair to Ross. That's a good ball. Adair's in here. Pulls it back. Camilo Ponce there will concede the corner. That was dangerous from Adair Sanchez, who has pretty much won the corner, the man who came on as a second half substitute. And we haven't
played each other in the past, but as you see there, the 11 minutes official from the 4th official as a corner kick up coming from Portillo.
Yep, Justin Portillo then, the former FC Tulsa man, into the near post. It's a flicked, stooping header from the number 9, Juan Herrera, the Colombian, and nothing doing. FC Tulsa, as we've already alluded to, and we'll look at upcoming schedules at the end of the program, are not home again until July the 20th. Young goalkeeper's got to be careful here. He's placed the ball outside the 6-yard box, already been warned once by the referee. I think he's got away with it there with the assistant further up the field. Herrera. Wide, runs into Segras. Segras gets a wonderful challenge in. He wants to throw. Mario Sanchez running a few yards down there as well. They all saw the touch, apart from the assistant apparently. Mario Sanchez still with a smile on his face. Here's Gurr into the danger area. Camilo Ponce is there, gets a kind of a flicked header away up against Adair Sanchez. Wheat, Ross, Portillo to Ross. Shane Wheat it is, keeping possession. Nick Ross again into Portillo. They work the ball back to Donovan. Donovan now to Jared Timmer. Jack Gurr, who I think tactically has been kept a lot quieter. Also Piranha when he was on the field. Coach Mario Sanchez deserves a pat on the back for the substitutions and the way he's altered the formation and to keep, you know, the likes of Jack quieter.
Those chances have been limited, and they've even had some more opportunities going forward as well. They've been more calm in possession. They've tried to be more thoughtful in their attacks going forward, and a few minutes left here for a final push for both teams as Owen Dom will throw this ball in here on the right side.
Yeah, they've had to alter things around. Here's Owen Dom, who started the game at left back, now at right back. Here's the fit again, Lasso. Now he goes down. Throw in to FC Tulsa. Late on here, we're playing 11 minutes of stoppage time. We've played 3.5. Still time for either side to win this game of football. Ponce, he goes down, but nothing doing. Shane Wheat was just holding his ground, says the referee. Throw in. Wheat, long ball from him. Now, there's a bit of space here for Babacar Diallo. Threads it forward, looking for Goodrum. Here's Lasso, stepping aside. And a shot! And a brilliant save from Vitiello. And the shot in the end, causing Vitiello a little bit of a problem, but that's why he's one of the top goalkeepers late on here. Let's have a look at this swirling ball, Anna.
What a strike from distance. Just takes a bit of space, runs into it. Bit of a knuckleball. Vitiello does a great job. Strong hands punching that up and away. But we talked about it, Dave. It might be a moment of individual brilliance like that that separates these two teams.
Katrina Freshmack's corner comes in from Blaine Ferry, too close to Vitiello, who catches. Well, that would have brought the house down if that had gone in the top corner. Ponce has moved to the left-hand side now. Casanari, bad first touch from him by his own standards. And now Wheat will have to retreat, and FC Tulsa will move and shift across to the right-hand side. Nobody on both defences is going too far forward now. They don't want to be the one to make the mistake and lose the game. Here's Timmer. Sliding challenge coming in from Blaine Ferry. Throw into Sacramento Republic. We're halfway through the Tulsa Tech stoppage time. 0-0 between these two rivals, a team that FC Tulsa have never beaten in this, the 14th attempt. They'd love to do it. Here's Kieran Phillips, though, trying to win it for his team. Gurr, late on. Headed away. Corner ball. Another Katrina Freshmack's corner late on here. And Sacramento Republic FC will take time here to get their formation right. Around about the penalty spot, everybody back in a pink shirt for FC Tulsa, desperately trying to defend this one.
Philip Goodrum on the front post. He's done a great job defensively as well. FC Tulsa needing to track runners here.
Portillo, outswinger. Good header away from Bradley Bourgeois. Headed back in by Donovan. Donovan there. And a push in the back. That's an easy one for the referee to give. And frustrating. I never think defenders need to do that when they're up there. And they always, you know, those fouls, push in the back, an easy one for the referee to give, and it relieves the pressure. 4 minutes left. Cleared up to the front line. Now in the midfield. Babacar Diallo, bad first touch from him. Segrist though. Gurr wins it back for Sacramento Republic FC. That's a foul. And there's going to be a free kick. And Mark Briggs, I can tell you, was not happy talking to the fourth official. I think he thought there should have been more action taken there by the referee. Sacramento Republic did beat Monterey Bay, as we said, 2-0. After that, they were going down 3-2 to Oakland Roots. Before that, they did not score a goal in the two games. The 0-0 draw with Birmingham Legion, and then the 1-0 home defeat to Tampa Bay. They did go 12 games in the league before they were beaten by Tampa Bay. There's Jack Gurr, nobody's worked harder than him. In a game like this, Anna, you know, if it does end up 0-0, the players shake hands and the coaches will shake hands. Really, you've got to give credit to the coaches for the way they've set their teams up, because they've just not let anything through, have they?
No, they haven't. They haven't made it easy. They've done really well from a tactical perspective, too, of understanding who the impact players are and what needs to happen to limit them. And other players have had to try to step up and be creative, and both teams, it's been quite a chess match, and you mentioned that earlier, Dave, and I think it describes this game perfectly. They've tried to play to their strengths. It's been toe-to-toe and some really good opportunities in front of goal. Keepers have had to make good saves. It'll come down to one opportunity.
Now there's a skewed clearance here. It's gone straight to Blaine Ferry, but he's surrounded by players. Did well to get it back to Diallo. And now the ball belted forward. Kieran Phillips, the willing chaser here against the young goalkeeper. He does well. Last time FC Tulsa failed to score was their 3-0 defeat against Loudon. Here's Bradley Bouchois. Nick Ross has won it. And then there's a challenge coming in, and there's an immediate yellow card for Casinari on Nick Ross. In fact, FC Tulsa did not score for 3 games after going down 5-0 to Tampa Bay. Then Oakland Roots at home here at One Oak Field lost 1-0, and then the aforementioned Loudon 3-0 defeat. So they would dearly love to win this one, but if it comes out 0-0, Casinari has gone into the referee's book. The Pella yellow card. Ross is okay again. Long ball. Bouchois with Herrera. And Segrist gets in a good challenge, and we've played 100.5 minutes. Blaine Ferry committing a foul, and this could well be the last chance. FC Tulsa will probably want to keep the 18-yard line here. But again, one of those fouls that you think, could they have done without in that position to put the players, teammates under pressure?
Late on in games like this, have to be mentally switched on, try to not give up those opportunities. Blaine Ferry, unfortunate there, has to be more thoughtful, and a great chance here might be the last one of the game.
9 FC Tulsa players lined up defensively in the 18-yard line. Gers ball in, header away by Owen Dom. Did well there. Ball scooped back into the box. Out comes the keeper. Then you're out. Big cheers from the crowd as a young goalkeeper takes that one cleanly. And we have played the 11 minutes, and that could well be that. Ball rolled out. Referee takes a look at his watch. Is there one more opportunity for FC Tulsa? There's an offside against Philip Goodrum. Vitiello now can bang this ball forward. Seconds in this game left. Vitiello down that right-hand side. Bradley Bouchois with a towering header, and the referee blows the final whistle. The two coaches will shake hands. Great respect for each other, and it's finished 0-0. And I think all the players need to shake hands, and as they're doing, and say they've been involved in a great game of football. Alas, no goals, and about the right result, Anna.
Valiant effort from both sides, defensively, offensively. There were a few injuries sprinkled in there because the intensity of this game, the competitive nature, players getting stuck into tackles, some really good saves, but ultimately neither team able to find that winning goal. But it was a complete battle from front to back. And FC Tulsa will finish their homestand with a draw here. Sacramento Republic FC remains unbeaten on the road, but a lot ahead of both of these teams throughout the rest of the season. A solid performance from both sides as well.
Well, players shaking hands. We will just get ourselves ready to have a break and then finish this one off with some highlights and a little bit more about the schedules. It's finished here. FC Tulsa 0, Sacramento Republic FC 0.
Summertime is back at Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, and we have the perfect getaway for you. Cool off in our spacious freeform pool, grab your favorite drink and chill at the poolside bar, or relax and unwind in a cozy private cabana. Just steps away are tempting restaurants, live entertainment, and a world-class casino gaming experience. At Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, your place to stay and relax.
The experience to adapt, learn, and grow defines Williams. We've delivered natural gas to power change for over a century. Now we're investing in next-gen technologies to move toward a low-carbon future. We can reduce emissions and meet rising energy demands because experience powers us.
Welcome back into One Oak Field for the last time tonight. There you can see the score. It finished 0-0, but there were some highlights which we will roll now with my colleague Anna Burkle.
You knew coming into this game that Sacramento Republic FC would have more of the possession, and FC Tulsa needed to take advantage when they had the ball in the final third, and they had some moments here. Stojanovic 1v1, Vitiello, we knew the caliber of goalkeeper that he was. Needing to be clinical in front of goal was the key coming in tonight, and FC Tulsa had some moments, but Vitiello continued to make it very, very difficult for them. And on the end, Sacramento Republic FC heading into the second half as well. FC Tulsa did a better job of understanding their game plan, limiting their chances in the middle of the field and forcing them on the outside. Philip Goodrum, this was a golden opportunity, great header in from behind, and then the corner kicks. This is where FC Tulsa's had some success in the past, but tonight just not able to execute on frame. This was an unbelievable strike from Lazo, a knuckleball. Vitiello having to be at his best here. Strong hands late in this match. Vitiello kept the scoreline the way it was. I think FC Tulsa had some of the better opportunities in this game in the second half, but ultimately not able to get the job done tonight. Both teams walking away with a point, as we'll get a look at the stats here, Dave.
Yeah, you can see the shots about level, and you know, FC Tulsa got a little bit more possession in the second half, but they were still out-possessed, but I don't think that worried them, and I think that was the game plan, wasn't it?
And in the second half, the shots on target for FC Tulsa got better, and I think that's where you feel a bit disappointed if you're Mario Sanchez, and you felt that at halftime when we talked to him, because the game plan was there. FC Tulsa absorbed that pressure, but then into the final third, when those moments came, they just weren't able to finish. Credit Vitiello, he made some outstanding saves. Sacramento Republic FC was a bit quieter from an offensive perspective in the second half. Jack Gurr was held more quiet. Some of those players that have been more impactful, FC Tulsa made some great tactical changes, able to figure that out. But FC Tulsa finishing their homestand with a point. They'll be on the road for a bit, Dave. Sac Republic FC remains unbeaten on the road, but they're still continuing to find that win to get a bit out of their funk, as Mark Briggs mentioned, but on to the next game for both these teams.
Yeah, and if you'd said to Coach Mario Sanchez at the beginning of the three-match home stand, you know, I'll give you 7 points right now, he would have taken it. Two wins and a draw. Let's have a look at where FC Tulsa go next, and it's trips to Colorado Springs Switchbacks. That's after a bye week next week, and then they go to Monterey Bay. They're not home here again until they play those 2 games at the back end of July against Memphis and Indy 11 before they have the return match with San Antonio at the beginning of August. As for Sacramento Republic, they will have 2 home games against Hartford Athletic and Las Vegas Lights, and they will play Seattle Sounders FC and then North Carolina and Oakland Roots. So all the best to them. All the best to their fans. We thank you so much for tuning in. And Anna, just a final word from you, and I guess pat on the back for Mr. Briggs and Mario Sanchez, the 2 coaches, because they got their formations and tactics exactly right tonight.
Yeah, despite the scoreline being 0-0, we didn't see any goals tonight, but we saw an outstanding display defensively. There was some great combination play. The possession from Sac Republic FC was outstanding, and FC Tulsa really grew into the game and created some good opportunities, and I think that continues to build on the spark from FC Tulsa's recent home wins and goals scored by Philip Goodrum, Pacheco, and others, just to continue to build on that. Obviously disappointing for them to not be able to find the back of the net tonight, but again, a lot to look forward to, maybe a turning point in their season, as you mentioned, Dave, some quality points at home that they were able to get.
Just looking down quickly, and that's FC Tulsa's first 0-0 draw of the season. Anna Bogle, thank you so much as ever to you. We'll see you back on July the 20th. The crowd absolutely stayed with this afternoon and this evening, and it was a hard-fought battle. They were battling it out, these two. There were yellow cards, but it wasn't a malicious game. There were chances on goal. It finished here, FC Tulsa 0, Sacramento Republic FC 0.
Copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.